For thousands of years, soil was not something humanity struggled to maintain. It was something we built, something we understood, and something that, once created properly, could last for centuries, even millennia. Yet today, our soils are exhausted, fertilizers increase, yields decline, and farmers everywhere are told this is simply the cost of feeding the world, but history tells a very different story. There exists a method, ancient, proven, and almost forgotten, that creates self-renewing soil fertility, so powerful that once established, it requires little to no external inputs, and once understood, it raises a troubling question: why did we stop using it? Deep in the Amazon rainforest, scientists uncovered a mystery. Surrounded by nutrient-poor tropical soil, they found vast patches of jet-black earth, so fertile that crops grow effortlessly, even centuries later. This soil was not natural, it was made. Known as terra preta, or dark earth, it was created by indigenous civilizations over 2,000 years ago. They transformed fragile rainforest soil into a living system that never loses fertility. And at the heart of it lies one key technique. The method is simple, yet revolutionary. Organic matter, wood, crop waste, plant residue, is slowly burned in a low-oxygen environment. This creates biochar, a stable form of carbon filled with microscopic pores. So, those pores actually become permanent homes for beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizal fungi, and nutrient-cycling microbes. Once biochar enters the soil, it doesn't break down for hundreds, sometimes even thousands of years. Instead, it locks nutrients in place, stopping them from washing away, while still feeding plant roots over time. This isn't just fertilizer, this is soil architecture. These days, modern agriculture often treats soil as just an inert medium, a spot to hold roots while chemicals do all the work. But ancient systems really knew better. Healthy soil is alive. Just a single teaspoon of fertile soil actually contains billions of organisms working together. Bacteria fix nitrogen, fungi transport minerals, protozoa regulate populations, and earthworms, well, they aerate and mix nutrients. Biochar supercharges this ecosystem. Its structure shelters microbes from heat, drought, and predation, allowing life to flourish even in harsh conditions. The result? Plants grow stronger, deeper roots, they resist pests naturally, and honestly they require far less water. So, this method actually creates a closed loop. Plants grow, and then their waste returns to the soil as char and compost. Soil life multiplies, and nutrients stay locked in but still available for use. As a result, plants grow even better. There's no depletion, no dependency, no collapse. Once it's established, fertility just keeps reinforcing itself. That's exactly why terra preta soils still outperform modern farmland, even after centuries of being left alone. So, why did we abandon this knowledge? The answer is not scientific, it is economic. Industrial agriculture, thrives on repeat purchases, synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, soil amendments. Biochar-based fertility, honestly, needs none of that. It cannot be patented easily, it reduces long-term input costs, and once soil is healed, farmers no longer depend on constant chemical intervention. When farming became industrialized, speed replaced sustainability. Short-term yield replaced long-term resilience, and ancient knowledge was dismissed as primitive, despite outperforming modern systems. So, today, researchers are, rediscovering what indigenous cultures never forgot. So, studies now show that biochar, well, it increases nutrient retention by up to 400%. It actually reduces fertilizer needs by half or even more, and it improves drought resistance dramatically. Plus, it sequesters carbon permanently. It's honestly one of the few agricultural tools out there that restores soil while also fighting climate change. And it works everywhere, from tropical farms to dry savannas to backyard gardens. The question is no longer whether this method works. It always has. The real question is this: why are we still farming in ways that destroy soil, when we already know how to create soil that never runs out? Maybe, just maybe, the greatest agricultural mistake wasn't forgetting this method, but actually choosing not to use it. Because when soil is treated as a living system, well, it gives back more than we ever take, and once fertility becomes infinite, scarcity just disappears.